remember what I taught you, Quasimodo. You are deformed.
I am deformed.
And you are ugly.
And I am ugly.
And these are
Another episode of my father sneaking in plants.
Why is he get mad, dog? I got this aloe for $3. We're gonna rescue it. Oh, that's stupid. There's 2 pots. It is so wet in between this pot and that pot. Look. I'll save you. It's gonna remove any of these pieces. Just rip them off just like that. Okay. Ugh, it stinks. Oh, I like removing a bra. Look, that's raw. This plant has just been sitting there in the wetness for the longest time, which has been causing brown and rotting pieces like this. So now that all the soil has been removed, I'm going to be repotting it into terracotta. It soaks up all the extra moisture. And of course, I have a drainage hole. Adding my cactus / succulent mix. I'm gonna add some orchid bark. These babies are not cooperating, so I think I'm just gonna propagate. I'm just going to carefully pull them away from the roots. And now you have a baby! And here she is. Now she's gonna live in bright and direct light, and I'm gonna water her when her leaves start to get squishy. But right now that she's been repotted and she's been struggling with water, I'm not going to be watering. During the spring and summertime, she's gonna be outside. Bye.
Girls don't want flowers for Valentine's Day. We want cows.
When your Monstera roots grow into the carpet and try to take over the house.
Oh my gosh, this is almost creepy.
This is how to make a self-watering planter out of food containers. First, get 2 food containers that are of a slightly different size and drill 4 holes in the bottom of the smaller one. You're going to cut a bunch of pieces of string or use some rope if you have it and pull it through those holes, and then you can tie something around the ends so that it doesn't slip back out. It should be long enough that it touches the bottom of the second container when you put it inside. Next, fill it with your dirt and whatever plant you're planning to put in there, and when you dump the water in, don't have it overflow, but you can have more than will reach the bottom of the strings if you want. And then what's going to happen is that the soil will absorb any kind of extra water really quickly at first, and so you can give it a nice big drink that way, and then the string will much more slowly suck in the water to water it over time.
Happy first birthday to the video that made me go viral.
So this is our fiddly fig. It has 2 leaves. It has 1 leaf.
Here's my quick tip of the day. When you cut your spring or green onions, don't throw away this bottom part. Instead, bunch them up and place them into a container with water. After a couple of days, they'll start to regrow, and after about 10 days, they'll be fully grown, ready for eating. And this is way faster than starting from seed.
I decided to go out to the local grocery store and grab an orchid that's in mid-bloom. I wanted to try this water culture technique with a new orchid that's in bloom to see if it prolongs the life of the blooms or if it kills it faster. You can see that this store-bought orchid has so much moss compacted around the roots. I can tell that there's already root rot happening because the roots on the inside are yellow. If your moss is hard to get out, soak it in water for a few minutes and it should soften it up. After removing all of the moss, rinse your roots and find a vase that you love. Put a tiny bit of water in the bottom and place your orchid with the roots barely touching the water. I'll do a follow-up video in a couple weeks to let you know how the blooms of this beautiful orchid are doing. This is week number 4 on my water culture orchid, and I wanted to show you that it's still in really awesome condition. I ended up unpacking the roots while it was blooming, and I wanted to see if it would go into shock, but it actually looks great. The roots look healthy, and I'm looking forward to the next 4 weeks.
It's so hard.
Can we skip to the good part?
This is why you should not plant bamboo in your backyard. It will completely take it over. All that greenery that you see that kind of looks like trees, yeah, that's not trees, that is bamboo stalks that have reached the height of 40+ feet tall. We just recently figured out what to do with all of it, and now we turn it into reusable bamboo straws, but we will never be able to fully get rid of all the bamboo, only just maintain it. So if you plant some, just have a little bit in a pot, but don't plant it in the ground because it will completely take over.
Hold on, wait girl, somebody in my business.
Things I wish I knew when I first got into houseplants. Misting doesn't really do anything, it's fun though. Most plants can handle and will appreciate small periods of direct light. Don't water on a strict schedule. Pay attention to signs from your plant. You don't need high humidity to grow plants well. My average humidity is around 50.
Let's make the best present ever.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing a bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime, jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air.
Do you like old Greg's place? I got all things that are good.
You've done some nice things with it.
Got this. This is good.
That's nice.
You can have it.
I'm fine, thanks.
I'll keep it here for you.
Can't grow the perfect monstera forever. Eventually, you'll run out of space or the pot size gets too big.
Yes, I can. And I will. Just you wait and see. I'm going to keep repotting this bad boy until it takes over my entire fucking apartment. It's going to be...
Can I help you find anything? Well, what's the name of this plant right here? Well, it's called a peace lily, but I'll take it. What the? Give me some water. Now.
Alright, if a girl brings me to her place and I walk in and the first thing that I see around her house is a bunch of plants, you already know I'm about to light that up because she already taken care of a bunch of useless fucks.
Too emotional, your apathy is like a wounded soul.
too emotional, or maybe you never get it all. You look happy and healthy, not me. If you ever cared to ask, good for you, you're doing great out there without me, baby. Like a damn sociopath. I've lost my mind, I've spent the night crying on the floor of my bed.
A lot of you have been asking for a plant tour. All of the plants are Jahal's. I know nothing, but he's going to give you a tour. What's her name?
Monstera escrito. Monstera deliciosa.
Because you can eat it, it's really delicious.
Yes, it's a very... No, it's poisonous.
You just said I could eat it. All the babies?
No.
That's a polka dot begonia?
Yeah, you're right, you got it.
Yes. You painted these by hand?
The Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord?
The Dark Lord, yeah, that's a Dark Lord.
Me.
Yeah, I love long leaves.
These are called Mama John's. This is a Mingarolia.
Yes.
I only know because you
bought it.
Yeah.
You bought it. Paparesa squarosa. Stack on fern. One of my favorite stack on fern. And this is the butterwort. It catches bugs. And you missed the long leaf.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine, it's anthurium. It's blooming.
Got a little noodle.
Yeah, little noodle, little wiener. New leaf. How sexy. Oh, so sexy. Anthurium magnificent. Holes on the leaf. There's another regal, but this is a beautiful new leaf. That's where sweep leaves. A lot of them are basic plants. I love this black velvet on occasion. They make a lot of babies. Appreciate this leaf. Appreciate her. No doubt my favorite, Queen Anthurium.
We only scratched the surface today on his plant collection, and we didn't even get to the outside plants, so let me know if you want a part 2.
Oh, hello, friends. I'd like to introduce you to my favorite low-light houseplant. After having her for quite some time, I decided to nickname her Kylie, because her ass is definitely fake.
You think it's cool of you just to leave a comment in my video about a plant that has something special in it? This video is purely for botanical education purposes, and by no means am I suggesting anything by this video. This is the San Pedro cactus, or Echinopsis pachanoi. As we said before, this plant is completely legal to own. This cactus belongs to the family Cactaceae and subfamily Cactoideae. This particular type of cactus is called a totem cactus. At most nurseries, you'll find it like this, with multiple totems in each pot. Like other plants, there are also variegated forms. This cactus contains a proto-alkaloid called mescaline. Proto-alkaloids are organic molecules that are similar to alkaloids, except their nitrogen is found outside of their heterocyclic ring. This compound mainly affects the brain's right hemisphere. Side effects include visual, olfactory, and auditory hallucinations. Follow me, you'll learn plant things.
Stupid horse, I just fell out of the... Oh no. Stupid horse, I just fell out of the... Baby, are you coming for the ride? I just wanna look into your eyes.
Meet me at our spot. Come on, boy. Baby, are you right?
Today is Houseplant Appreciation Day, so I thought I'd share some of my tricks. Okay, I need you to move. I need access to the rescues, also known as your financial investments. Ignore the cut on my nose. Jer got mad at me.
I did not. You walked into a prickle bush while you were, you know.
There's two things plants love: humidity and wind. Under the plants, I have an essential oil burner that I just have water in to help add moisture to the air. We don't use essential oils in this house because they're harmful to animals and plants. Directly across from the plants, I have a Dyson air purifier, which is also a heater. When your plants have a breeze, it helps them grow stronger. And who doesn't love a wind machine? And that's my plant talk. Go watch the plant tour video I posted last week that none of you watched.
My horse broke my toes, oh dang. She weighs over 15,000 pounds, 1,500. Nope, add another zero to that. There's no way she can be that much. She got papers on her telling us her weight. The record for weight is 3,336 in England. Okay, well this horse isn't from here, Abby. You can't be calling me a bear. I've got papers in space, and you sure don't know everything about a horse, honey. So kinda get over yourself.
I tried to scream.
I am under the water. Please help me.
Something's wrong with my legs. When I go like this, and then I go like that, I end up at the liquor store.
Here's my take on the dollar store tower garden. I used a blowtorch because it was much easier than using a drill, which cracked this cheap plastic. I also used rebar to reinforce it so that I can stick it into my soil. I also made it so it spins. I mixed my own soil for this because it's cheaper than buying potting mix. And I stacked it next to my deck so I can have fresh herbs right out of the garden.
This is what most of us think a tree's root system looks like. So diagrams like this one are pretty common, where what you see above roughly matches the size and shape of what's underground. However, scientists can use pressurized air to blow away the soil around the tree's roots, so we can better understand what the root structure of various species looks like. And what they found is that the vast majority of trees grow like this one here, where most of the roots are extending laterally in only the top 2 or 3 feet of soil. Some trees have these little sinker roots here that help anchor them better in the ground, and some trees have a little taproot that goes even further, but 99% of the root's biomass is in the top 3 feet of soil. That is because the tree's root system needs to breathe, and it needs oxygen, which is found most abundantly in the top 2 or 3 feet of soil. That's why when a big tree like this one falls over in a windstorm, you only see the small root plate at the bottom that doesn't extend that far down into the soil. And that's also why cool trees like this one can exist even though the bottom is washed out. And if you think of a forest where hundreds of trees are in close proximity with each other, all of their roots are connected and they can share nutrients and even communicate with each other through their roots through the fungal network.
Okay, I get it. Let me think. I guess it's my turn.
Hey! What? Happy Valentine's Day! I got you a tree! It's a fig tree. I love you this much. I got it at a flower shop and I saw it. I was like, fuck flowers! Guys, she wants a tree. It was hell to get into the car, but
I work hard to make this house a home.